everybody, welcome back to Crafted by Ray. With Christmas right around the corner, I want to make something special for my wife. So I decided to make a wooden gift box using some black walnut that I had laying around the shop. Now, she's a Star Wars fan, so I'm going to incorporate that on the lid. This video is going to be sponsored by AlgoLaser, but more about that later, so let's begin. Okay, I'm going to start by measuring out the parts I can get out of this one board. Because I had this board laying around. As you can see, it's a little warped, and if I cut it into smaller pieces for this box, I can maybe get the warp out of it, because I hate for this board to go to waste. Now, I'm going to cut the sides and the edges for this board. I'm going to try to stay around like a 1x4 material, so you could use construction lumber if you would like to make a box like this. I'll have the sizes of the measurements and everything in the description below that I use. Alright, let's cut these into the 4 pieces to make the box, and I'll probably use a different contrasting wood. I'm not sure if I'm going to use plywood or not for the top and bottom, but let's see what happens. So now that I got the fit that I want, and it fits in the channel, it's a little loose, but that's just in case my plywood has a little bit of a bow to it. I can fit it in there. I'm going to go to the chop saw now, add some 45s. I do want to mention, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. That really helps me out. And everything that I use in this video, I'll try to put in a link in the description, an affiliate link that also helps me out for making this box. Okay, to get the bottom and the top plate, there's a little bit of math you can do. I just get sick of Googling it every time because I can't remember. I know it's something about the width and the thickness and then multiplying that towards your length or something. I don't quite remember. But all I did was I took a piece of the material I'm going to be using, cut off a strip, and I just stuck it in here where it was like right to the corner, and then made a mark to the other corner so that I could just take that measurement over to the table saw, cut the panel of plywood, and then I did that for the short side and the long side. Then I got my piece of plywood that fits inside. Now I'm going to cut the other piece of plywood, but first, one of my favorite ways to make boxes where I don't have to buy hinges is making a sliding lid. So what I'm going to do is cut the one front side off at the table saw. So I'm just going to cut that, leaving a little bit of a lip there to glue the plywood to, so that I have a little handle to pull it. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I am now engraving a image on the lid of the box that we're working on. I have the enclosure here from the last video I did with the AlgoLaser Enclosure. I also have the DIY kit MK2 10-watt laser inside. And as you can see, the image I'm doing, dashing through the snow with a couple of the Star Wars characters. And I got the camera going on so I can see inside. It's got the safety function where I can open the lid and it pauses, so we can look inside here, and automatically pauses, and then I can close it. Takes a second and it just starts resuming where it left off. I'll have an affiliate link in the description below with the enclosure and the laser that I'm using. I just want to say supporting my sponsors is supporting me, and thank you AlgoLaser for giving me this opportunity. Okay, now while the laser's running, I'm going to sand the inside of the box. I did sand it earlier just to kind of get an idea what the grain looked like, but I want to sand the inside to 220 because I won't be able to once I glue the box up. Okay, now while the laser's running in the back, I'm going to glue up the box. We're going to glue it up without the lid on it.
Okay, while I'm gluing up the box here, the reason I'm just adding glue to the edges and I'm letting it sit is because it's end grain to end grain, and I want this box to stay together. So what I do is just put a little bit of glue on it, let it get a little clear, and then I add another layer of glue to kind of seal that end grain. I find the best way to do these type of boxes, I just go this method where the clamps in the centers kind of pull them together, and then I kind of just push the ends. Now I'm checking for square, and it's really close. I would say maybe 1/4 of a millimeter out of square. I'm okay with that. That's why the grooves have a little bit of play, so the lid has room. Now I'm wiping the sign down with rubbing alcohol. It really helps if you get a little bit of burn around the edges of the letters. So I added 2 dots of super glue to help this dry a little faster. I did want to mention that I sanded these corners and everything. They came out perfect. Unfortunately, I wanted to show a little trick where you could burnish the ends by using the end of a screwdriver, but I just use this stick here to help clean up the corners. That's about it.
Okay, you just got done seeing me sand it and get everything ready. The handle has had time to dry now. I got it all together, and I'm going to be using some boiled linseed oil to kind of give it that natural look, the feel of wood, instead of putting lacquer on it. This isn't going to be an item that's going to be used a lot. It's just going to sit on the mantle. So I think that not as protective finish, but still gives you that wood feel. Well, I think that'll look really nice. So I'm going to apply it, and yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, with boiled linseed oil, you have to apply it, wait a little while, and wipe off the excess. I do want to say, if you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so, and share the video. Do you think someone might like this, or give it a like? And I'll see you next time with another Crafted by Ray video.